Hi guys, I am at the IIM Kashipur campus today and today is the convocation day. आप देख रहे हो कि ये मैम जो है आज इनका convocation day है. This is probably the happiest day for her in campus today.
Right.
She's got her MBA degree. This is the MBA degree. Let me show this to you guys. This is the MBA degree that you get during convocation. Can I open this and show them?
Sure.
Wow. So look at this. If you pass out from an IIM, this will be your degree. If you pass out from IIM Kashipur, this will be your degree. Ankita Arya is the name of the student. She's just got convocated and we'll ask her a lot of questions today. This is one of the videos which I've started recently on the series of the B School podcast series. And Ankita, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel today?
Really amazing.
Really amazing?
Yeah.
Did you imagine, this to be the day probably in your second year of undergraduate college?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
So it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
Ankita, could you tell us about your background before joining IIM?
Sure. So I've completed my graduation from Delhi University. I did BCom honors from there, and just the moment it got over, I got into IIM. So then currently I've completed MBA Analytics here.
Perfect. So there's a reason that we've chosen you for this podcast,
Right.
and we'll walk and ask you a lot of questions. So there are a lot of viewers like you who are freshers from good
Right.
colleges, and they might think they're non-engineers, and they might think that getting into IIM is difficult.
Right.
First, I want to touch upon this subject. You were a fresher,
Right.
didn't have work ex. Do you think it was difficult for you? What was your story of getting into, converting this IIM? How did you do that? And talk about this myth that freshers cannot get into an IIM.
Well, for sure, there's one thing that it is a bit difficult for freshers to get into IIM because if you have work experience, you do get points.
I'll hold this for you now.
Sure. Thank you. So you do get points, right? So if you're a fresher, you are missing out on that point entirely. So you have to cover up on something else in order to be in the competition. So maybe getting a very good CAT score, that definitely helps. Having a 999 profile. I have a 999 profile and I think that is what helped me.
Perfect.
And then obviously doing well in the interview because that has a lot of score. So that's how you can actually get into IIM. You have to work really hard.
She has answered it very well, my dear friends. So generally, every IIM, every B school has a selection criteria. उसमें work ex के points होते हैं.
Right.
तो अगर आपके maximum 5% points होते हैं.
Right.
So if you're missing out on those points, you have to, make up on the other criteria like she is 999, and then you can convert and IIM as a fresher. Thank you for this lovely answer.
Thank
Now I'm going to talk about second myth, and I want you to be very honest.
Okay.
Because it will help a lot of viewers. A lot of people still believe, when they convert colleges like new IIMs, IIM Kashipur, the other new IIMs which are there, they believe that they might miss out on, first of all, the culture in the campus which established B schools have because they've been there for a long time, and maybe they might miss out on a few brands. Now, you've told me which brands you've been placed at,
Right.
but first of all, I want you to talk about whether you actually, because again, the batch strength is less at New IIM, so I know all of this, but you're a current student, 2024. How is the scenario when you compare it with other private colleges?
Honestly, when I came here, I really did not have lots of idea about what all companies are gonna come. But initially, when the placement process started, I felt like all the good brands came. Like
Perfect.
Barclays came,
For finance.
HSBC came,
Wow.
yeah, HSBC came, BofA came. So many companies for
BofA
finance.
is Bank of America, my dear
Yeah.
friends. Cool. Cool.
So many good companies and finance role as well came. And all other roles, sales, operations, strategy, in every role you get lots of good brands.
So, could you talk about your summer internship and final placement companies?
Sure. So even though I am a fresher, I got into HSBC, which is Hong Kong Shanghai Business Corporation. That too is a finance company. So as a fresher, people think really it's very difficult to get into a good brand because they don't consider fresher, they'll only consider experienced people. But that's not true. If you're doing really well in your subjects, you have a good score, and you do well in the interview, then you are definitely going to crack it.
Perfect. And what was your role in your summer internship, if you could, because this might let viewers know on what exact role you get in the finance. So you could
It basically in finance, it was mostly about mergers and acquisition.
Perfect.
It was like that.
and your final placement role, what will be about that?
So the role in final placement is fraud strategy, and in fraud strategy it's finalytics, so finance plus analytics.
And which company are you placed in your final placement?
Bank of America.
Okay. So there are brands of finance. What
Right.
about sales and marketing, where there are good brands and roles in sales
Yes,
and
in sales though there are lots of brands. Sales is like highest.
but you're saying that there are more roles in sales and marketing.
Right.
So Ankita is placed in finance. So which is why, could you say what is looked in a finance interview? For example, in your interview, and you've cracked the best of the companies.
Right.
What was the edge that you had compared to other?
I feel the first thing that any company sees is your CGPA. You should be above 6 for sure. If you're above 7, that's best.
That's applicable for finance, not so much for marketing, I guess.
It's applicable for everything. I think
Okay.
6 is minimum.
Six
You
is
should
minimum, yeah.
have above that. And if you have 7 above CGPA, they'll consider your resume.
Sure.
Then the process starts. So they have telephonic interview, they have video interview, then they'll have another 2 rounds of interview. So you need to have presence of mind. You should know, you should have the knowledge of the domain. You should have the knowledge of the job description for which role they are coming. So I think that helps.
Perfect. Now that it's been, you're graduating, what has been your best experience at IIM Kashipur campus life?
I think since I was secretary of TMPC, it's the Motion Pictures Club. So, having that bond with the juniors, being with them and doing work with them, that's really nice. Helping them learn things that you have learned from your seniors. So, passing that culture on, passing that thing on, that's.
And one thing that could have maybe improved could be the city, your life, or something else. Could be anything.
In this college, I feel since it's in the middle of the jungle, we do not have any city life. It's very problematic to get anything.
Yeah.
If you want something,
Yeah.
you'll have to order. That takes 5-6 days to come.
Yeah.
So that is just one location
Yeah.
disadvantage, I feel.
Perfect. But then you get such a vast campus. You
This
guys
is
can
so
see.
beautiful. This is just.
Perfect. So new IIMs have shifted to their new campuses for a long time now, and life is amazing. If you could give one tip to anyone who wants to target a good CAT percentile, if you could, for the viewers.
You really need to study very well, and you should have a good grip on maths, because there are very good quantitative questions that come. You should read newspaper articles for sure. That helps a lot. And yeah, that's it. Just work hard.
Thank you so much, Ankita.
Thank
I
you.
wish you all the best.
Thank
May
you
you
so
keep
much.
getting all the success in life.
Thank you so much.